Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal to you will transform your life forever. If you're seeing this message, it's no coincidence. You were guided here by divine purpose, and what you're about to receive is a sacred message of change. From this moment forward, your days of struggle are over. Your financial burdens are being lifted, for God Himself is stepping in to oversee your wealth and abundance. The blessings you've been praying for are already on their way, and those who doubted you will soon witness the unveiling of the riches God has reserved for you. This is your moment, your season of breakthrough, and nothing can stop the overflow of blessings that are destined to be yours. What if I told you that the life you've always dreamed of, the one filled with divine abundance, unshakable peace, and overflowing blessings, is not just possible, but promised? Yes, promised. You, the chosen one, were never meant to live in lack or struggle. But here's the thing, they never told you the real secret, did they? They never explained that wealth, in its truest form, isn't something you chase. It's something you align with. It's counterintuitive, right? We've all been taught to hustle, grind, and exhaust ourselves just to scrape by. But what if everything you've been chasing was already within reach, waiting for you to unlock it? Imagine waking up each morning knowing that prosperity isn't something you fight for. It's your birthright. That kind of life isn't a fantasy. It's a divine reality reserved for those who dare to trust in their purpose and embrace God's responsibility to provide. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people will never tap into this infinite wealth. Why? Because they're stuck in cycles of doubt, fear, and striving, unable to release control and trust the process. But not you. You're here because you're ready for transformation. You're ready to break free from scarcity thinking and step into the overflowing blessings that were designed specifically for you. This is your moment. You've been chosen for a reason, and it's time to live like it. So, are you ready to uncover the truths that will shift your mindset, ignite your faith, and unlock prosperity in ways you've never imagined? Let's dive into the secret of infinite wealth and start creating the abundant life you were always meant to live. Topic 1. Divine calling and purpose. When someone is called the chosen one, it's not just a label, it's a divine appointment. Imagine being handpicked by a higher power, not because life is easy, but because you're destined to transform struggles into blessings. This isn't just a poetic idea. It's reality for those who truly understand their purpose. You've probably felt those moments of doubt, thinking, why me? But that question is your sign. You were chosen precisely because you have what it takes to step into divine abundance. Each setback is secretly building the wealth of your character, paving the way for prosperity. And let's not gloss over the promises that come with this divine calling. One of the most profound assurances is God's responsibility in orchestrating abundance in your life. Think of it like this. When you accept a position as the chosen one, the terms of the contract include provision. You don't have to fight for wealth. It's part of the deal. You may not see the full picture now, but trust that there's an intentional design behind every twist and turn. The next time you feel overwhelmed, remember, even a seed needs the dirt to grow into something magnificent. But how do you navigate this? It starts with embracing your unique purpose. Look around. Your skills, passions, and even your struggles all point toward what you were made to do. Are you someone who inspires others, solves problems, or builds communities? Your gifts are clues to the wealth that's meant to flow through you, not just to you. Take time to reflect, journal, or even speak with someone who sees your potential. It's all part of stepping into your divine mission. Here's where the magic happens. As you align with your purpose, transformation begins. Suddenly, the trials you've faced don't seem so random. They've prepared you to receive divine abundance and share it. Picture a butterfly. Once a caterpillar, it never imagined it would fly. That's you. Those struggles are your cocoon, preparing you for the prosperity that's already promised. It's not just about material wealth, but about finding meaning in what you do. And speaking of promises, this is where faith comes into play. You don't need to see the whole staircase to take the next step. Trust in the divine process. It's already rigged in your favor. Struggles will transform into blessings, yes, but only when you accept that you're called for more. Ready to see what God's responsibility in your life looks like? Let's explore what that abundance entails next. Topic 2. God's responsibility for wealth. Have you ever thought about wealth as something not entirely in your hands? It's a wild concept, isn't it? But here's the thing. Once you step into your divine calling, the weight of providing for yourself shifts. God's responsibility takes over, and it's like a river that never runs dry, steady, reliable, and abundant. Imagine waking up every day knowing that the doors of prosperity are being opened for you, not because you're striving endlessly, but because you trust the source. That's not just a hopeful thought, it's a promise. And this isn't some vague idea of prosperity. It's intentional. Think of it this way. When God takes responsibility for your wealth, it doesn't mean you sit back and do nothing. Instead, it's about alignment. Are you showing up where you're meant to be? Are you saying yes to the opportunities being placed in front of you? God can only work with what you give him. Remember the parable of the talents. The one who multiplied their blessings was the one who trusted and acted. Here's a practical thought. Start seeing wealth not just as money, but as every form of abundance. Your time, your health, your relationships, all of these are part of the divine provision. A simple action: start a gratitude journal. Write down every blessing you notice each day, big or small. You'll be amazed at how quickly you recognize that abundance is already flowing in your life. When you see it, you'll start to expect more of it, and that expectation sets the stage for even greater prosperity. And let's talk about trust, because this is the game changer. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you have to hustle endlessly to make things happen. But that's not how divine provision works. When you trust God's responsibility, you stop chasing and start receiving. Think of it like planting seeds. You do your part, but the growth isn't up to you. You water, you nurture, but it's God who brings the increase. Can you imagine how freeing that mindset is? This is the shift that transforms lives. It's no longer about striving or fearing scarcity, but about stepping confidently into the flow of prosperity that's been waiting for you all along. And here's the kicker. As you embrace this provision, you'll see it spill over into every aspect of your life. What does that abundance look like in its fullness? Let's explore that next. Topic 3. Abundance in all aspects of life. When people hear the word wealth, their minds often jump straight to money. But true abundance is so much more than a number in your bank account. Think of wealth as a full, overflowing life. Health that energizes you, relationships that bring joy, and a sense of purpose that wakes you up with excitement. It's the kind of prosperity that transforms your existence into something extraordinary. This holistic abundance isn't just a wish. It's God's design for the chosen. After all, why would a divine calling lead to anything less than a fulfilling life? Picture this. You're financially secure, your body feels strong, and your relationships are thriving. It's not about perfection. It's about progress and alignment. Maybe that looks like prioritizing your health with something as small as a daily walk, or investing time in a loved one who's been on your mind. These small steps are signals that you're making room for divine abundance. And once you start, you'll notice how the pieces of your life naturally come together like a perfectly completed puzzle. But here's a truth few talk about. Abundance is a mindset before it's a reality. The chosen understand that their thoughts shape their world. If you're constantly dwelling on scarcity, how can you recognize the blessings right in front of you? Try this. Every morning, set one positive intention for the day. It might be as simple as today, I'll focus on gratitude, or I'll use my time wisely. Those small shifts in perspective attract bigger changes, and before you know it, prosperity becomes second nature. The beauty of holistic abundance is its ripple effect. When one area of your life flourishes, it naturally overflows into others. For example, when you're at peace emotionally, you make better financial decisions. Or when you invest in meaningful relationships, your sense of purpose deepens. It's all connected, like streams flowing into the same river, building momentum as they merge. And the source of that river, God's unwavering commitment to your prosperity. Here's the secret most people miss. This abundance isn't just a possibility. It's already promised. But promises require action. What are you doing today to open yourself to this kind of life? Are you making space for transformation, or are you holding on to habits that block your blessings? The answer lies in how much you trust the process, because when trust becomes your foundation, peace and prosperity become your reward. Topic 4. Release and trust. When you've spent most of your life fighting for survival, the idea of letting go can feel like an impossible leap. But here's the truth. Struggles are not a permanent assignment. They're a stepping stone. The moment you decide to release the weight of constant striving, you're opening yourself up to something greater. Trusting in God's plan isn't about ignoring your responsibilities. It's about recognizing that you're not in this alone. There's a divine design working behind the scenes, even when you can't see it yet. Think about it. How much of your energy has gone into trying to control outcomes? Now, imagine if you redirected that energy into faith. Instead of losing sleep over the what-ifs, start leaning into the peace of knowing your future is already taken care of. Here's a practical step. When you're overwhelmed, take 5 minutes to breathe and say, "I trust in divine timing." It may sound simple, but it's a powerful way to release tension and realign yourself with the bigger picture. Releasing doesn't mean giving up. It's about making space. If your hands are full of worry, how can you receive blessings? Trust requires letting go of the need to know every detail and embracing the certainty that you're being guided. Look back at your life for a moment. Hasn't there always been provision, even in the toughest times? Those moments weren't coincidences. They were glimpses of what trust in God's responsibility looks like in action. And here's the beauty of trust. It transforms how you live. When you let go of the fight, you start to notice the blessings that have been there all along. Struggles lose their sting because you know they're temporary. Even waiting becomes easier because you're confident that what's coming is better than what you've lost. Release is the bridge between fear and faith, and trust is the foundation that holds it steady. This is where life gets interesting. When you finally surrender control, doors open in ways you never expected. Imagine waking up each day with a heart full of peace, not weighed down by anxiety, but energized by possibility. That's the gift of trust. It frees you to fully step into your purpose and receive the abundance waiting for you. What would your life look like if you started living like every blessing was already on its way? Topic 5. Purpose beyond wealth. When abundance starts flowing into your life, it's easy to think it's just for you. But here's the twist. Wealth, in all its forms, is meant to ripple outward. Your blessings are not just about personal gain. They're part of a bigger picture, a higher mission. Imagine if every act of prosperity in your life became a spark that ignites change in someone else's. That's the kind of purpose that transforms wealth into something truly divine. You weren't chosen just to receive. You were chosen to give. Take a moment to reflect. How are you using your resources to uplift others? Maybe it's mentoring someone who needs guidance, volunteering your time, or even starting a project that serves your community. These acts don't just multiply blessings for others. They deepen your own sense of fulfillment. When you align your wealth with your divine mission, every dollar, every connection, and every effort becomes a step towards something greater than yourself. And here's a truth that many miss. Giving isn't subtraction, it's an expansion. Think of it like planting seeds. You don't lose the seed, you gain the harvest. Whether it's offering financial help, your time, or your skills, you're creating a cycle of abundance. There's no such thing as too small when it comes to giving. Even something as simple as a kind word or helping someone with no expectation of return can spark a chain reaction of blessings. But here's the catch. Living with purpose isn't just about others. It transforms you too. When you start to view your wealth as a tool for impact, you see the world differently. Money becomes more than a means to an end. It's a vehicle for transformation. Relationships deepen, opportunities expand, and your faith grows as you see the tangible effects of using your blessings for good. This is where wealth meets meaning, and it's powerful. So ask yourself, what legacy are you building with the abundance you've been given? Are you focused on accumulating or activating? The answer is the key to unlocking the highest form of prosperity. When you tap into your purpose beyond wealth, your life becomes more than just a journey of personal success. It becomes a divine mission. What steps will you take today to live as though your wealth was never meant to stop with you? Topic 6. Confidence in God's provision. Confidence is a game changer. When you know that God's provision is unwavering, it shifts everything: your mindset, your decisions, and even your outlook on life. This confidence isn't about wishful thinking. It's rooted in faith, a deep understanding that God's plan is flawless. Think of it like walking into a room knowing the spotlight is on you. Not because you demanded it, but because it was reserved for you. That's the power of trusting His provision. But let's be honest, confidence doesn't always come easy. Doubts creep in, and fear can paralyze even the strongest of hearts. The key is to remind yourself of the times you've already been provided for. Take 5 minutes to list moments where things worked out in ways you couldn't have imagined. Maybe it was a financial breakthrough, an unexpected opportunity, or even a friend showing up at just the right moment. Those weren't random. They were blessings designed to build your trust. Confidence also means rejecting the lie of scarcity. Society teaches us to hoard, to compete, to believe that there's never enough. But God's abundance doesn't operate on a human scale. It's infinite, layered, and overflowing. Think of it like the sun. It doesn't run out of light just because it shines on you and someone else. Embrace the truth that there's more than enough for you and others. This mindset frees you to act boldly, knowing you'll always be supported. And boldness is where the transformation happens. Confidence in God's provision allows you to take risks, seize opportunities, and walk into rooms you once thought you didn't belong in. For example, that business idea you've been hesitant to launch, or the conversation you've been avoiding, they could be the very doors to prosperity waiting for you to step through. Faith without action is stagnant, but confidence propels you forward. Here's the secret. When you truly believe in divine provision, you stop playing small. Fear and doubt no longer have a hold on you, because you're walking in the certainty of God's blessings. So, what's holding you back? The next step is already prepared for you. You just need to take it. Are you ready to move forward with bold faith and watch what unfolds next? You've been given the keys to unlock a life of divine abundance, infinite wealth, and unshakable purpose. But the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it sit as just another idea, or will you take the bold step of applying it to your life? Because here's the truth. Nothing changes until you do. The blessings, the prosperity, the transformation, it's all waiting for you to take action. Start small, but start today. Revisit the principles we've explored. Align with your purpose. Release the need to control everything and trust in God's responsibility to provide. Take a moment to reflect. What can you do right now to begin opening the floodgates of abundance? Maybe it's letting go of fear, creating a gratitude list, or finally saying yes to an opportunity you've been hesitating on. Your next step could be the one that changes everything. So let me ask you, are you ready to stop surviving and start thriving? Are you prepared to live as the chosen one, walking confidently in faith and receiving blessings that overflow into every part of your life? Because the life you want isn't a distant dream, it's a decision, one that only you can make. The time is now. Step into your calling, embrace the abundance that's been waiting for you, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined. And hey, this is just the beginning. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you won't miss the next steps in this incredible journey. The best is yet to come, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way.